on coming.
Oh my. This is going to be interesting, because this is a matchup that I feel like, low-key, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think Luigi wins this matchup. I don't think it's like huge W, but I think he wins it pretty solidly. But at the end of the day, if the Luigi doesn't know what they're doing, like if they don't know the matchup, like it doesn't matter how bad a character is, if you don't know the matchup, you could just still get annihilated at the end of the day. And one of the ways that I can see Kirby doing that at the very least is definitely exploiting Luigi's recovery.
Yeah, if there's any spot that Kirby can definitely excel in, it's like finding ways to footstool Luigi in order to make his recovery almost completely invalidated, lingering down airs, getting in front of green missile. Like Kirby has plenty of options to interrupt Luigi's recovery, but the problem for Kirby in this matchup is not only range, but the way that Luigi's combos function. Kirby somehow has just the perfect attributes to get hit by all of them. So any single grab can turn into much more than just like the simple TOD. We're gonna get like advanced TOD shenanigans over here. That's only if though Tippsy finds his grab, or excuse me, Katarii finds his grab.
If by advanced touch of death you mean just use a oh my god, yeah, it's just sort of the lingering hitbox of the green missile right there. You got to be careful when hanging around that sometimes, because the hitbox lasts a little bit longer than it looks. Not like a massive amount, but just a little bit longer. So you gotta watch yourself sometimes. But if you mean like, you know, massive, the down B takes the stock. If you mean by massive touch of death differences, you mean like, check it out, instead of falling up air, exactly, I was just gonna say it, they beat me to it, falling plunger instead, which is something that you'll see any Luigi main worth their green hat and blue overalls, or in this case, blue hat and green shirt. Any Luigi player would know is that short characters, the falling up air is a little bit harder to land because they're not going to be able to get the hitbox of Luigi's legs out in the right spot due to them low profiling it. However, if they're a little bit shorter, what you're going to see a lot of Luigis do, and this isn't really news to anybody, is that they'll land with the falling plunger instead, and then the lag will be canceled since that move auto-cancels when you do it at the right time on the ground, and that in itself will combo into the up. So it's the variation doing it. It's not that different, but it's...
I don't know, it's not... like that in itself isn't too different, but I mean, like, you know, landing, Kirby gets hit by things like sour spot back air into up B. He gets hit by like up air ladders into up B. Like or tornado, excuse me. So like it's a lot more than just simply like hitting him because he's short with the plunger, as a dash attack to catch the landing ends up evening this game up. Kirby can just find himself really susceptible to a lot more frame traps thanks to just his weight and properties and floatiness.
Mm-hmm. That's a true thing, my friend, but he's also very susceptible to a lot of different variations of kill confirms. I feel like one down throw to down B, especially at the right height, will do it for Tippsy's final stock right here. It only depends if Katarii is going to be able to get that grab. So if I were Tippsy, definitely be floating around the air a lot more to try and like find whatever landings and combo starters he can get off of them. The more he plays this neutral with Luigi, I feel like Luigi's burst options can really beat out most of what Kirby is going to have to offer. But down throwing to get that damage, and now off the level here, actually just going for the ledge trap situation instead. That's really interesting, because I feel like in that situation is really when, you know, when Tippsy's down in, you know, percent, I feel like that's the situation where Tippsy really had to, like, capitalize on Luigi being in a bad position right there to try to bring the game back. Because playing neutral with Luigi, one more kill move should do it, like just a run-up, up smash, you know, up B, just back throw, whatever. But if Tippsy is able to get Luigi off this level and just secure another hit, like... this, oh my goodness, going very, very low to get around that down air. I love that. That was really smart by Katarii. I'm not gonna lie, going that low to avoid the Kirby down air, smart stuff.
Yeah, Luigi, despite being really susceptible off stage, it's a little bit more awkward than people give it credit for, I feel like, because his up B does have an incredible vertical, and what you're really looking for is to interrupt green missile, since it takes a long time to complete. And even still, we saw him lose his first stock to the lingering hitbox that is centered around it. So, while yes, like we want to start seeing Tippsy go for a lot of these edge guards and not really looking for just raw air dodge reads or things of that nature. Like you really need to go and find those stocks and make those openings when you get them. And he was close. There was a lot of times where he would like look to pressure with down air and miss his fast fall, or look to read a roll away and he got rolled in. So like there was the offensive mind is there. He just needs to shore it up a little bit and not fall for as many traps. And unfortunately, that's one of them.
Yeah, just one of those instances where you really just gotta like tighten the gameplay a little bit more. Like if you know what they want, but like you're just not like getting the inputs in properly or whatnot. And I feel like Luigi is one of those characters where it really matters that like you're getting your inputs out right, you know, because this character, not even just with the 0 to death, he also just has insanely just high damage combos in general. Various other kill confirms, including down throw to down B and whatnot. Down throw to up B is another one, which we're gonna see right here. Not gonna take out the stock off the top though. It's a matter of like precision, if you would. Like if you're like you could be a masher, but if you don't know what you're doing, it's like Luigi can just wait for you to do anything if they're patient enough, and then just come in to get that grab and do their thing to you. But I feel like Kirby is one of those characters that you have to be a little bit more precise with, since he's so short and so stubby, if you would, and Luigi is too. He can kind of contest with that. He's just got to really take advantage of Luigi where he's honestly weak, and I feel like Tippsy didn't do that enough in that last game, as he spikes him off of the ledge right there with the uppie. But hey, he's got the fireball now, so I'm anxious to see what confirmed, if any, he's going to possibly be able to get.
Yeah, he's playing this real smart. After falling into an early deficit, he's been getting his punishes where he needs to. He's not been rushing pretty much in every situation, and he's been finding great burst options, whether it be dash grabbing and using Kirby's small size to get past the plunger, or as we're saying right there, just a raw strong hit dash attack to take the stock from center stage.
Yeah, and Kirby's got like such amazing like horizontal combos as well off of his forward air, his down tilt, and his grab. As you can see, you see Tippsy just spamming those moves in his face, trying to get something started here, and specifically not going for any grabs, because I think Tippsy doesn't really want to go for any whip grabs on Luigi, because he knows he'll either, if the down beat takes the stock, he knows he'll either get up beat or up smashed out of shield if he's not facing the right way, since he was at 173. So I actually really like the fact that Tippsy was using like spaced forward airs to try to start a combo against Luigi rather than going for a grab, because he knows if he whipped it, he could have potentially died really easily. And now that he didn't, look at how much insurance Tippy has on his second stock against Katarii right here. Totally different position than he would be in if he just whipped a punish earlier and lost his stock way earlier.
Yeah, catching him right even before the plunger comes out, and there he is, going deep for some of these. Like, he's been using Rock, which has been a little bit of an interesting pick, since Rock sends like almost straight up, and you're giving Luigi another chance to recover. But you know, damage is damage in some of these instances, and both of them feel very comfortable playing off this stage. Nice rising back here.
Which they shouldn't, but no. They do. It doesn't matter too much at the end of the day. I mean, whatever the characters, whatever the player's comfort zone is, depending on the player matchup, if you would, varies otherwise. And that's a huge second stock for Katarii right there. The fact that he was up, that he was down in percent so much, and that he was the one who was able to get the lead first. Oh God, that's all it took. He whipped his punish right there, and unfortunately wasn't able to steal the set from Tippsy right there, but I knew for a fact that he was in the perfect position because of the amount of rage and the fact that Tippsy was on a fresh stock for that 0 to death. Katarii whipping it though, and now Tippsy with a second lease on life.
A lot of these landing buttons coming out from Katarii. Like he's getting a lot of mileage out of cutting out Tippsy's combo short, whether it be with the classic down beat or even just like a landing with fair. Like he's swatting this poor puffball away at almost every opportunity, and like Tippsy's not allowed to get anything started.
Yeah, it was the dash attacks. It was the dash attacks that did it. I was just gonna say, did you notice how Luigi's late down B, Luigi's late Luigi Cyclone, straight up beat out Kirby's dash attack? Did you notice that?
I did see that.
Are you as depressed as I am that happened?
Oh yeah. No, this character makes me quite sad.